Hi, my name is Birgit. I've been a photographer for many years and have been shooting with Leica M over probably the last 10 years. And I use a 28mm 1.4 lens, which is fast and which gives the vision which I like to show. So only a few days ago I got a Leica Q. That's the baby. And I would like to give my insight, what I think about this particular camera. It is still quite new to me. Why did I get the Leica Q and not a Sony? Well, Sony, Nikon, Canon, you name it, Fuji, they are all great cameras. Why I chose the Leica Q is because it has a very similar interface to the Leica M, which is really user-friendly, and it does everything I would like it to do with not getting into different menus, and it's just very simple and beautiful for that. So I'm not really a technical geek, yeah. So I try to give you my insight in my own words. What I really like about the Leica Q, it's its ISO performance, which means in low light I can photograph and I get details and I can capture that light which is available. Not every camera can do that equally well. I would say the Q is much better in that regard than the Leica M240, which is my main camera really. And it's a lot of fun. I just brought my Leica Q to the New Year's Eve celebration, and around midnight I photographed at the beach, the fireworks. And I was able, without bringing too much light in, to capture that mood, to have the fireworks and the silhouettes of the people, and you see the ocean in the background. So, which is really why I got this camera. On the other hand, what I very much enjoy about it is the weight of it. It is really light. I will show later the specifications about this camera compared to the Leica M. So when I carry this camera with me, I hardly notice its weight. The Leica M is more substantial, yeah? It's a very high quality camera which has more weight naturally. The Q is light. It's easy, I can carry it in my hand. Then another thing what I very much enjoy about the Q is that I can get closer to people. I don't have to have the minimum 0.7 meter, which you need with the M to have things in focus. The Leica Q, I think it is 0.3 meter. And then if I would like to get closer, I have a macro setting. You just change the ring to macro, and then you can get really close to things, or to faces, or to an eye. And since it's a 28mm lens, you can have something close in the foreground. Focus, out of focus, you're the photographer, you decide. And you can have context in the background, maybe in focus. You can play around with that. So for me, as a photographer who likes to create visual stories, the Q has a lot of options for creativity and a lot of fun. Let me show you how quiet this camera performs. This was a big surprise for me because you hardly can hear the noise. Not that the M is a loud camera, but this one is particularly quiet. I have it on autofocus now. Let me focus on the cameraman, who happens to be my son. That's it. It is very discreet. So if you're in a subway or on the bus, or if you want to get into crowds of people and you don't want to create a lot of attention, this is a very nice camera to photograph with. Another thing I really enjoy about this camera is that if you have a lot of sunlight and you go down, it goes down to 100 ISO, and then if you take a photo, you don't need a filter with it, because the exposure, it goes very, very quick. That I think it's a 2,000th of a second, which is just really nice. what else can I show you about the camera? I go into the menu. It has a digital zoom. It comes with the 28. You can't take the lens off. That's how it comes, yeah. But then some people, if they want to shoot 50 millimeter or 35 millimeter, you can go into the digital zoom, click on it, and then it crops it, yeah. So it's not that it's a real different lens, it crops it. So I stay away from that if I want to crop something, which I really don't like doing. But if I do it in Lightroom or Photoshop or whatever software is being used. So let's go back in the menu. You have exposure compensation. I go to minus to third, gives me more details. This camera has really beautiful shades, so has a lot of darkness, which you can reduce, of course, if you like to. And what else? It's just a lot of fun. I shoot RAW. You can shoot JPEG. It has really nice, actually, raw DNG. So that's all I shoot. I don't use JPEG at all. And I use Lightroom. And it has also Wi-Fi, so you can connect it to your mobile device, either iPhone or Android, and then you can control the whole camera without touching it. The Leica Q is available for Android and iOS. You download it, it's free, and then you can open up the app, which I have open already, and you can sync your phone. I don't know if sync is the right word, but basically I go into the settings. I haven't done that too often, but I should be. Here we go, WLAN, and then connection, remote control. I got the code here, search camera. I connect via QR code. That's it. Here are the specifications of the Leica Q on screen. This camera does not have a flashlight, which I actually find quite nice. I don't use flashlight. If I would like to get one, of course it has the hot shoe where you attach it to, but I think it's nice not to have it. It has less weight because of that, partially because of that. And I hope I gave some insight with this little review, with my personal thoughts about the Leica Q, and wishing everybody a happy new year and a lovely day.